we have less than 2 weeks to get out. Thought I'd kind of go through and show you the... Isabel's in here helping too.
Progress!
The walls are becoming emptied. Floor, not so much.
It's a work in progress. Okay.
We are getting there. We still have several items in here. The shop is absolute disaster, but tomorrow the machine shop's getting sold. So it's kind of, this is the progress. So out in the garage we got, well, my waste oil is sold. I sold my big oil tank and that got picked up. We had to weld some legs on it. The Volkswagen bus is getting picked up tomorrow at 10 a.m. as well as the machine shop. I got some of my parts put back together for my projects here. Some are still in pieces. But we've got this entire area cleaned out enough to have the bus inside, and we started to fill the inside of the bus up with stuff. So by tomorrow evening, all of this stuff should be completely gone, as well as the Volkswagen bus and the battery packs. Wow, this is a little bit of a sad moment for me. This may be the final cylinder head of my machining career. Sold my entire machine shop for $11,000, which I feel like I should have kept it, but I have no room for it. So a little sad about the price. I wish I would have got, you know, a few $1,000s more for it than that. Considering that's what I just paid for a car trailer to store a car for the winter. Well, that's it. I'm officially no longer a machinist. I cut my last cylinder head, and yeah, I'm selling all my equipment tomorrow. We're down to 10 days left, and we're mad rushing to pack stuff, and Tasha tripped. Almost cut her hand open. Well, I take that back. Did cut her hand open. As you can see, the blood.
One way to not pack things.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but do have some advances that the bus, the Volkswagen, has been picked up along with the batteries. The machine shop has been disassembled and is supposed to be getting picked up this afternoon. Hot tank is removed. I've got the valve grinder and stone set all sitting here waiting to be picked up. My bench is completely torn out. Half of it's at home. And yeah, hopefully by today or tomorrow, I'm not sure exactly when he's gonna have it all out, we'll have these machines moved and all of that stuff out of here. Hoist will be getting torn out this weekend, and basically all next week I'll just be moving stuff out of here. So I have a couple cars I have to fix this week yet for myself and my kids, but then this hoist is going out and getting taken home, and this hoist is going home also. However, I still have a car outside on the trailer that I put in to put that hoist on, because it's just going to get wrapped up with the tarp because I have no place to go with it until I get a garage built. I'm officially no longer a machinist. The machine shop is empty. That's really don't know what to take on that one. I've had it forever, but we're running out of time. So definitely it was a huge stress and sigh of relief that I don't have to store it somewhere that I don't have a place to put it. Now all I have to do is a couple more tires, and then I can get these machines out of here. And like I said, this weekend I'm going to pull the 2 hoists, and next week we are doing nothing but moving. Well, we got 8 days left to get out, and this trailer that I've been using to store my tires, I built it like 16 years ago, and the aluminum I put on the front obviously wasn't sealed, so all of the plywood that I had on here is pretty much rotted out. And the task for today is to get this old stuff torn out. I'm just gonna make it flat. The only reason I put an angle on it before is I actually used to park a car in here, and I needed the extra 1.5 feet to put a 77 Camaro that I stored in here over winter a couple years, so I made it longer. since then it's turned into just a tire trailer after I bought this building. And yeah, we're gonna make it flat, and I'm probably gonna store my tire machine and balancer and things like that in here, so I need it waterproof. Well, it's Friday the 8th. I was outside pretty late last night finishing the front of the trailer. Tore off all the rotten stuff where I had the angle and put the new flat face on it, got it all sealed up. We basically have 1 week, so 7 days until we want to be completely moved out of here. The oil barrel's gone, my entire machine shop has been sold. As far as large equipment that I have left, we have this 2-post and this 4-post hoist, which are gonna sit on a trailer under a tarp, I think, because I don't know where else they're gonna go. This 400 small block is gonna go back in the 78 square body outside for future, no idea what I'm gonna do with it. Tire machine and wheel balancer, these two are going home. Well, it's 6 o'clock on Friday night with less than a week left to go.
6 days.
6 days.
7 days. I don't know.
6, I think. Yeah, we want to be done on Friday, so technically I think it's 5, but whatever.
Let's show progress, though.
Oh, we do have some progress, but I'm in here fixing my sway bar bushings on my cube van that are rock hard and just crumbled. It's had a bad clunk in the front for a little while. Figure I better change the oil too, because it's going to be less fun to work on. I got my Kia in here because this is what we plan to take to Florida for sick week, we're hoping. And so I'm in the process of getting my rear brakes replaced because they were all rusted out. We let it sit for a while. Anyway, I'm over here working and I can smell freaking gas. My gas tank is rusted out at the seam right here and is leaking fuel. So of course nobody has a gas tank in town, so I'm gonna order a gas tank, and either one of the first things I get to do when I get to my non-hoisted garage is lay underneath a rusty car and change the gas tank. It's gonna be super fun. But yeah, we are making some progress. We've gotten, I don't remember if I showed this earlier today or not, so I'll just walk through here really quick to show that these rooms are pretty empty. Some guy was supposed to come for the shelving tonight. Love Facebook. It's great when people make appointments and they don't show up for them because it's super fun. We have this room, which is still a lot of fragile glass to pack, but other than that, we're really getting quite a bit of stuff done. Our file cabinets are all empty. We've posted those. Somebody was supposed to come from Facebook for 2 of them and never showed. Right? That's why we love Facebook.
What?
And nobody shows up.
Yeah.
Back here, we're getting these shelves pretty emptied off. And yeah. Unfortunately, we emptied them off onto tables out here. Which become my problem because
part of the process.
Her office is clean, and then all of a sudden it's my dirty shop that we have to worry about. I wonder why I'm feeling behind.
Part of the process.
Part of the process.
The process.
It is. All right, so it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. Kind of show you a little bit about where we're at. It looks pretty close to the same as what it did inside here. However, I spent all morning in the parking lot, and the Equinox is now currently gone, and I've unloaded this load of steel and basically I put the engine back in this truck so I can load this up on the trailer to take home, and have pretty much got the parking lot almost cleaned out. I do have a load of prepared steel that needs to go. There's some 3-foot back there in a bucket. Up, I got the cube van in there getting its nice final service before I take down the 4-post hoist. So yeah, we're getting through it here. I do on Monday have a set of tires to do for my daughter's car. so I haven't been able to take the tire machines yet. I think by the end of this weekend, my toolboxes, at least a few of them, will be loaded up. Final use of the 4-post while it was inside was to change the oil on my cube van and replace the sway bar bushings. And I've already taken the roller jacks and put them onto a pallet. My next step is going to be to remove this rail, slide it over to this side, and then I'm going to back a trailer in it, and I'm going to wrap it in a tarp. Well, so here's my attempt. I got a tarp covering the trailer that I'm going to wrap the hoist in. The issue inside of here is a great big plastic pulley that the cables ride on. And there's a cable that goes this way and a cable that goes this way. But the pulley sticks into this beam. So when I take these bolts loose, I gotta hope that it sits on the tongue and doesn't damage that pulley. I'll be able to pull the posts on both sides in the front, and then in the rear, I should be able to just move the trailer forward a little bit, and then I'll be able to take the rear beam out. So far, it's working exactly as planned. This is the pulley I was concerned about chipping that fits inside of this channel that rides down inside here. So I managed to get it off, and we folded it up on there. I'm gonna pull the trailer forward an inch so I clear the rear pulley, well, front pulley on that end, get the hydraulics unhooked, and we'll have this thing out of here. Well, it took a few hours, but it's condensed down into a trailer load. I'll keep the hydraulic pump in the house or in the garage where it's gonna be even drier, but we're gonna wrap it up and should survive until I find a garage or build one. Sunday the 10th, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and the 4-post hoist is completely out. Obviously all the shelving is gone, which is why everything's sitting on the floor, but we're gonna get all these tools taken out of here. I don't know if I'm moving them today or tomorrow, but really starting to get the shop cleaned out. This hoist, I got the air disconnected from. It still has power, but we're gonna be removing this one possibly tonight or tomorrow. The other hoist stays. Got all my bolts pounded back into the ground for the hoist. This is still a pretty big mess out here, but in here, we really did get pretty far. It's pretty empty. We got one little table here left, and all the filing cabinets are empty in here. We still have this room, but even this room is half. Like, these are all empty boxes she went and picked up last night. So this room is almost completely empty too, or, well, half empty. Fortunately, a lot of that ended up out here, but I'm going through, and I had a leak on the roof of the cube van, and since we're gonna be putting stuff in here that we don't want to get wet, I went and I bought some Flex Seal, and spent this morning going around the roof and putting a seal on it. So hopefully that keeps everything nice and dry. It's mostly going to be like glasses and stuff like that anyway, so it's not going to be ruined if it did get wet. Well, my homemade kind of sketchy trailer, we're going to take it home. Trailer actually used to pull really great, but I haven't used it in 12 years since I moved here. So we're making it, but it's kind of sketchy. I don't know if you can see the trailer rocking back and forth on the frame. I just noticed this happening in my mirror. Like, the whole trailer is wobbling. So that's a little scary. Well, 3 days left to get out of the shop, and it's Monday night at 6 o'clock. And of course, as every dad would have to, his kid's car is gonna get repaired tonight. It's getting some tires and brakes, and as soon as that's done, my other son's new car, the Bonneville, is gonna get pulled in, and I have to rotate and balance his tires, and replace a ball joint. So once I finally finish that, then all I have left to do is take this hoist and remove it. And well, I can move the balancer and the tire machine and the rest of all of this stuff in the next 3 days. So good news, I'll take you through here, give you kind of an update of this area. This room still pretty packed with stuff. However, this is empty. Like empty. Shelves are sold. This room's pretty empty. We got a piece of glass and a couple of those are screens, movie projector screens. Couple of pieces of furniture. These are getting picked up
It's empty.
in the next couple minutes.
Look at all my nails in the walls.
Yes. Lots of it's empty. Lamps, still got a pile of those, but everything else is pretty much gone. Well, this is it. Had to put a ball joint and rotate the tires. Still Monday, 10 o'clock at night now. Both of the kids' cars are fixed. We're actually going to use it as storage for a little while. We're going to fill the whole inside of this up too before we take it home. But anything else that this thing needs, I'll be doing in the home garage as well. And I think that should be the last car I work on in this shop, with the exception of whatever I have to do to put the S10 into the car trailer to take it home. Wow, there's still a lot to do. All right, this is going to be exciting. So 3 days left to completely clean this place out. Whew, I hope I make it. Well, it's about noon on Tuesday. 2.5 days left to get this place emptied out and cleaned. The hoist is down. Yeah, I have a huge mess. Well, we had a pretty productive day yesterday. We moved a lot of the heavy stuff, tire machine, and the hoist is at home now. But as you can see, I still have a huge freaking mess. Looks like a tornado went through here still. It's kind of been the theme throughout the whole moving, that it's a mess. But 9 o'clock in the morning, I basically have 48 hours to get everything completely out of here and start getting the floors cleaned, because we're gonna close at about noon on Friday. So I got what, 48, 9, 10, probably 54 hours, and I should be completely out of here and have the building sold to somebody else. So it's gonna be a long couple days to get through this. My body is sore as shit from moving all the hoist and the tire machine. I wish I would have recorded that. I knocked the damn thing over on top of myself trying to put it onto this pallet. I was using a pry bar trying to get 2x4s underneath it, and I tipped it over, and luckily the third arm that's used for low profile tires landed on this crate, and it didn't completely tip over, and only fell over about halfway, but managed to get it home. Getting all the wheel weights put into boxes so I can move that. The balancer still has to go home, but that's not hard to move at all. And then our cube van's starting to get full. All of this stuff has to be stuffed into the back of this truck today, and then we're gonna take this home. And I have to make like 9 trips worth of trailering vehicles. I got the S10 doesn't run, the Firebird doesn't run. There's a 78 square body Chevy that doesn't run, and my Firebird I still don't have a title to. So all 4 of those need to be trailered out one at a time. I'll probably take extra stuff in the back of the truck, and we'll fill the cars with extra parts to take home. But then yeah, as long as I can get at least everything out of the building Friday, I can come back and start hauling stuff to the scrapyard after we're done. But we're hoping to sign the papers around noon on Friday, which means that everything in the building has to be at least outside. So it is Wednesday at almost 9:45. We're getting there. The definitely have a lot smaller piles. All of this stuff's out of here. Still have a bunch of stuff back here, and we still have quite a bit of room left in here to pack. I'm exhausted. Been moving a lot of heavy stuff most of the day. Actually got the Firebird loaded up on the car trailer that I just got back. I just took the enclosed car trailer home, filled with filing cabinets and other things like my welders. It was a whole big load. And now I switched the truck over to the open trailer and loaded up the Firebird, and I'm taking that home tonight and probably coming back. So we have 24 hours to basically get the rest of this emptied out. I still have, like I said, that hoist stays, so that car can stay there. The Firebird did not get anything done on. I put the transmission back together tonight, missing one part. I'm still waiting on the kickdown switch because I went to change the O-ring and the little fingers that hold it in broke. So I still need this piece. I left the wire sticking out, so hopefully I can pop it back on. If not, I'll take the pan back off. But all the major pieces are put back in. Still have a couple carts filled with stuff. Definitely have 4 or 5 truckloads of extra things yet to get out tomorrow. And of course, by Saturday, it's gonna rain. So everything in my yard has to be picked up. And that's where a lot of this stuff is actually sitting right now. So we made it to 8:30 in the morning on Tuesday. I have 24 hours to get the rest of this stuff out of here. Still have a lot to do. I got piles of parts that need to be moved and taken home, and I still have multiple vehicles to move to the house. I thought I'd take a moment to say how great it is that on December 14th, I can have my garage doors wide open and it is not freezing. It says 57 there, but it's not that warm. It's only like 45 outside, but that sun and as much work as I'm doing moving stuff makes it nice enough to have the doors wide open today. So at least I got that going for me. Well, it's almost 5 o'clock. Sun's going down. We still have the doors open because it was 51 degrees today. We experienced a little technical difficulty with some fine china moving here. So
It's gonna feel good if you bust up a couple dishes. Yeah!
that's one way to get rid of the dish set.
Woo!
Obviously, it would have been easier to throw them in the dumpster prior to the cement parking lot, but they're having fun now, so I'm gonna keep going. Just got the S10 loaded up into the trailer. Air suspension in the front. I got one bag that's not holding, but it was a temporary fitting anyway. But it lifts really good. Like first time I ever put air in it, so I wasn't sure how it was gonna work. Still got some stuff outside I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow to get, but by tonight, we're gonna have the rest of this cleaned out. Here we are, the last day, 9 o'clock in the morning, Friday the 15th. This is the last day that we have the shop. Actually, technically, we sell today, and at 1 o'clock is our closing. So I have a lot to do. We have to get this truck taken home and emptied out really fast. We're gonna take the school bus home, drop it off, come back in with this truck empty. We're gonna pick up the toolboxes and my transmission, and I gotta get the engine for the Firebird. We're gonna make that all in one load and probably take and drop the cube van off, come back into town with the truck emptied, load up all these tables, and we still have the car trailer that's pretty full, but there's still some room to stuff stuff in it. But we're gonna fill that completely, and then basically everything outside I'm gonna deal with after we close. So I'm gonna sell them the building and basically push all my stuff in the parking lot, and come back and get it all cleaned up. This whole corner here is all scrap metal, bunch of wiring and aluminum and stuff. So we're gonna recycle all of this, and really the big heavy stuff that I still have to deal with is I still have all of the suspension and extra parts for my 65 Catalina up there. So I've got several trips to make up and down those stairs and a whole bunch of stuff to package up yet, but we are super close. And yep, today's the day. I will no longer have a shop. Well, at least I will no longer have this shop. Well, it's 5:19 on Friday. I kind of failed. Shop's pretty empty, but it's not completely empty. The guy actually, we already settled. Yeah. I'm now occupying his building and I have to clean it. I wish I would have got a little bit further than what I got, but this is where I'm at. Tasha's exhausted, so she went home to take a nap. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this all finished cleaning out. I still have 3 or 4 trailers here and 2 trucks. So I have a whole lot of moving I gotta do tonight, and it's gonna rain tomorrow. So everything that's sitting outside my house, which I haven't really been showing much of, obviously, since I won't be here tomorrow because I won't own this building, I'll have video of my mess in my front yard as I try and cover it up with a tarp in the rain. But everything else pretty much got cleaned out. I think I have to go back through here and grab, yeah, there's a lamp I need to grab here. And there's a couple things on the counter here that, and I want my hot rod power tour banner. I'm gonna take that down. But yeah, oh yeah, this big piece of glass. So I do still have things all over the building. But again, guy's being pretty cool about it. The bank held some money just to make sure that I get everything out. Obviously, if I don't, they're gonna keep my money. So I definitely got to get it done. Well, I gotta say, this has been a very, very long couple of weeks. Currently 1:35 in the morning on Saturday. I've officially sold the building yesterday, and I'm still here trying to clean up. It is looking like a completely different place though. There's actually a loud echo in the building because it is empty, almost empty. We're down to a few items, some buckets of junk, some vacuums, and my pressure washer. I do want to come in here and do the floor a little bit better for the guy. He actually runs a cleaning company, and they clean garages and do epoxy floors. So he's not super worried about it because he's going to come in and professionally clean all the doors and all the walls with this foam stuff that he's got. But I still didn't want to leave a mess on the floor for him. So I do have a couple more things to clean up yet. And yeah, this has been quite an experience. I said when I moved here the last time that I'd never move again, which obviously I'm moving again, but I don't know where to or if I'm going to reopen. I'm going to take some time to think on that one, but before I keep talking too long and fall asleep while I'm talking, I'm going to get the rest of this stuff picked up so I can get the heck out of here. Show you the parking lot. Well, as you can see, the trailer has became more than just a car. We started just stacking everything on top of it, trying to get it to fit. I've got an entire trailer full of scrap metal still. My 78 square body is on the trailer ready to go. I have another little utility trailer back there that I hardly ever use, but I have to get that with a couple of these racks, my snow plow, a couple of carts, and then it looks like I have an entire load of garbage because my dumpster is way overflowing and I'm not going to leave a bunch of garbage here for them. Oh yeah, my oil filters were supposed to get picked up and the truck never came for them, so I'm going to probably have to take those home with me and have the guy come pick it up from my house because I don't want to leave a mess here at all. So But yeah, it's closing early was definitely a challenge. I probably should have taken all the way till the 28th like we originally discussed, but I'm glad I'm done before Christmas. This was my dream shop. Now I'm going back to my 3-car garage at home that's fallen down. And I definitely need to build a new garage because my hoists are all sitting outside. It is officially empty at 10 to 3 in the morning on Saturday. We are definitely late, but besides the fact that I see a bunch of junk laying on the floor still, it's as good as I'm getting it at 3:45 or 2:50. It's not 3:45. Actually, I'm going to pick up these last little couple things here because they're obviously very colorful. And then a washer, and I'm done. And I'm done. Everything else is done. We got pressure washer to pick up, a television, and about 4 truckloads of shit.
And scene.
And sleep.
And yeah.
And sleep, yeah. And this whole mess, I'm gonna have to do something with.
In the morning.
And a door, and yeah. So, anyway, to home. Well, it's Saturday morning. I officially have moved out of my shop. I have to go back and get a couple more things out of the parking lot, the pressure washer yet, but thought I'd kind of show you my mess. I was up till like 4:30 in the morning last night trying to cover anything that wasn't supposed to get wet, but this is the stuff I haven't figured out where it's going yet, plus everything that's at the shop. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a pretty nice day, or at least not raining, so I have to go through and try and sort this out. The garage is absolutely packed to the door. I can't even walk into my bench right now, so I definitely need some better weather to be able to pull the toolboxes back outside again, and then probably pull the cars out, and I'm gonna rearrange everything. But this is my current situation. So yeah, probably could have planned it out a little bit better, but we made it. We sold the building, and we'll have to see what the future brings. I'm pulling back into my parking lot. It has never been this empty. Granted, it's still got a bunch of shit in it from me, but I'm here to clean that up and get rid of this today. But yeah, it's amazing how big this parking lot actually was when you got rid of the cars. Well, all right, well, here I am hauling load number 2 for today. Saturday, and I have not had much sleep, so we were up pretty late last night trying to make sure that I could get anything that really shouldn't get wet either put into the house, put into the garage, one of the trucks, trailers, wherever. It's all a huge disaster. We kind of just stuffed everything in boxes at the end and said, oh, we'll go through this later. So I have all kinds of sorting to do. Definitely have became a hoarder in the last little while in life here. So I just pulled up to my house, and I do feel bad for my neighbors. This is currently what my yard is looking like. Well, let's just get out of the truck. And yeah, we have a bit of a mess. Haven't really told any of them that I sold my building, but my guess is over the last couple weeks they kind of figured it out, because this is the front yard. The backyard's pretty bad too. Firebird's currently sitting, which at least I get that cool looking Firebird to look at, but I have a cube van completely full of stuff sinking into the ground because it's December, but the ground is not frozen. The International Scout, there's my 4-post hoist is underneath that blue tarp. The frame of a 65 Catalina with just the roof sitting on it, a big steel tank, yeah, so it's a mess, which chickens don't seem to mind. But my neighbors might. So nobody's said anything to me yet. Yeah, I'm gonna work really, really hard to at least make the front yard not look like this. Oh yeah, and I still got like 2 more truckloads of stuff, a snowplow, 2 more trailers, and my 78 Chevy square body, which I'm pretty sure my square bodies are gonna end up on this piece of ground right here. I have no idea. But it is December and we don't have snow, so I'm super lucky in that regard. Well, I figured I'd show you some of the selling stuff portion of our move, where we put our things for sale and kind of started to fill our house up like our shop was. Obviously there's still tons in the trailers and other places, but it's yeah, it kind of filled my house. So not sure if we're gonna buy a building or just not sure. But yeah, as you can see, this is just the downstairs, and we've got it all the way in the attic to the basement and everywhere. This is my wife's uranium glass. It's all covered in, or black light makes it glow. So anyway, we yeah, well, and our kitchen has a sofa in it, and there's, yeah, stuff everywhere. Well, it's still raining. Unhooked the trailer, left that little one sit, got the truck emptied out. Time to go back for another load. I plan to get the last of the metal stuff that comes home, and I'm not sure, but I have to, tomorrow I'm gonna unhook this truck, empty it, and then take it in to get the other car trailer and the snowplow. It's about 6 o'clock on Saturday night, day behind where I wanted to be. Technically 2 days, because I'm coming back to get the truck, the plow, and this other trailer, which technically be 3 days, because I think I'm gonna wait till Monday to take that trailer to the scrapyard. And my oil filter barrel is still here. I don't know if I said that already or not, but I may have to take that and get it out of here and take it home, just so we can finally close and I can get all my money. Because right now there's a hold until I get everything off the property. And I'm not sure why they didn't come and pick that up, but all the garbage is out. I definitely gonna have to go to the landfill, because my dumpster is plumb full. I can't fit anything else in it, and there's still, I've already taken some junk with the last load, and all of this is garbage too. So we're definitely not going to leave it here for them. I'm going to make sure I get it as clean as I can. Like I said, I'm coming back to get my plow in that truck tomorrow, and we'll be done. All right, just made it home. 4th trip today. I'm going to bed. We'll deal with the rest of this tomorrow and Sunday. Well, the rain has finally stopped. It's Sunday around 11 o'clock. I just went into town and picked up my snowplow and my 78 square body Chevy. They're on the trailer down in the farm there. So the only thing left at the shop right now is a barrel of oil filters that were supposed to be picked up and didn't, and a load of scrap metal. I was thinking about going and taking the scrap metal back tomorrow, but it's only supposed to be 25 degrees for a high, and that doesn't sound like fun. Today's like 40, so pretty sure I'm gonna empty all the garbage out of this truck, just make a pile of it, go back with this truck, pick up the scrap metal trailer, and load up the oil filters so I can finish getting paid, because they're still holding money until I get everything out of the parking lot. So with that, to my customers, This is why I can't work on your vehicles at the moment, because I have no place to do it. I don't know what that means for the future. Maybe I go out and buy a garage next week, because even if I wanted to, I have no place to put any of this stuff. I'll gonna go in the garage and start to make sense of my mess in there, and I'll show you the mess that I have over there. It's kind of terrible. This was not the most well thought out move we ever made in our lives. But it was kind of one of those things. We'd had the building up for sale for 2 years, and the first person who was going to buy it, we were getting out no matter what. Probably should have had an auction and just sold all of this stuff, even if I got nothing for it. It would have been a hell of a lot easier than moving it to my front yard. Yeah. Hindsight's always 20/20, they say. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the garage lights turned on, and I'll show you the mess I have inside. Well, I guess we should just start with the lights off. So this is how much room I have left inside the garage, which is, well, my foot don't fit. I have an absolute mess. Granted, there's some space on the floor right there that I could probably put some more stuff, but that doesn't make very much room to actually work. I have less than 170 days for the Hot Rod Power Tour, which is, I have to build my engine sitting in that plastic bag and put it into the Firebird, which is currently sitting in my backyard. Kind of crazy. That car's 25 years old, and I think it's gotten rained on once in its life, except for the last couple days. It's been just sitting in the backyard with no engine, getting rained on. Definitely didn't go as planned with that. Was hoping for some storage units or possibly getting a garage, but the only one I looked at was an absolute disaster, and I thought there was no point to renting a piece of crap garage that's almost as bad as this one. Well, I actually decided to clean up a little bit and push some stuff outside so I had some room to walk so I could get to my bench. All these cabinets are still empty because I just moved it here. I'm going to go ahead and get this workbench kind of assembled, and it's not all the way where it needs to be because I have to get it leveled up. It's actually 2 pieces, and then the top will fit on it really good. So I'm going to get this thing where it needs to be and start organizing my life.
This is it. This is the last thing that we have to do, is take down our sign that we've had for a very long time, and my selling stuff sign, which is okay. But this is it. This is the end. Or it's the beginning. Ooh.
To the next chapter. Of course, this is the only pliers I could find that this is the smallest one I own.
Because everything is hidden. Everything is hidden in our house. Or in the driveway. No.
And yeah, like I thought. This is the worst one to pick.
There it goes.
Almost there. Right, this is less exciting than I thought.
And there it goes. I just slept for 30 hours while Kurt finished cleaning up all the garbage that was here.
You'll notice that I was alone on the video, and that's true.
I had to sleep. I had to sleep. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's
to the next chapter.
That's it. The end.
All right, so it's Wednesday, like 3 days after, well, 5 days technically after I lost my building, and we had rain for a couple days. I had things covered with tarps. Today was beautiful. I tried to get as much cleaned up as I could. I actually have a little bit of space in front of the garage. Tomorrow, I almost absolutely have to clear a path through here, get my Sunbird pulled out of the garage, and get the S10 pulled out of this white trailer, put into this makeshift shed over here that's made out of tarps. I know I'm totally out of space. It's crazy as I'm looking at an auction at different cars right now, that maybe you'll see that in the future. And then I have to get the Firebird, which is on the other side of the house in the backyard, just out in the middle of the yard. First time the car's ever got rained on. It's been sitting out in December. Not real happy about that, but hopefully by tomorrow I get all this stuff moved and we'll get the Firebird inside the garage. I also, because my 2-post hoist is too tall to fit in my garage, I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm gonna order a 48-inch mid-rise hoist. So that's it. I think that's what's gonna happen. We'll see. Basically, I have the rest of the night and tomorrow before we have like 4 days of rain and then highs in the 30s. So I really have to take advantage of tomorrow to try and get the majority of this stuff moved. So this is too funny. I had to grab the camera. We're over here going through the tires that we didn't manage to get rid of before we sold the building. And Tasha picks this one up and she's like,
this is awful. Like, look at this tire. First, it's all like it's more worn in the front. It's below the wear bars. It's cracked to hell. Then I found out this is the tire we drove on on our way home from Tennessee on the Hot Rod Power Tour. Safety first.
And why we almost wiped out in the rain.
In the rain, safety.
Yeah, she's like, this is just junk.
I had no idea the tires were that bad when we were in the car.
Going kind of quick too. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, we're getting it done. We almost have a path. Well, we made it into the garage. The Firebird is no longer sitting out in the rain in the backyard. We pushed it inside tonight. Transmission is pretty much ready to go. I have the one kick down switch. I kind of tied it up here with the wire. That switch broke on me, so I have a new one to pop in there. Hopefully I can do it without taking the oil pan back off, in which case the transmission's ready to go back in the car. The engine is not. We got a lot to do on the motor yet. The engine's still in the stand. It's basically short blocked. There's no camshaft, no timing, none of that stuff. There's no lifters in it yet. I have to order all those parts. I was more worried about moving than getting the engine put together. The cylinder heads are done. They're wrapped up in a bag. I have the intake manifold and I have all the parts cleaned. So here we begin the process of putting this car together for Power Tour. All right, well, it's Monday, January 8th, about 7:30 at night, and I can say that I did it. The only thing left in my yard is some pallets and the lawnmowers, which, yeah, they're sitting there. There's actually another lawnmower back there too by my dog, but so 4 lawnmowers are outside, but my driveway is completely cleaned off. Hard to see, but I wanted to kind of show you this at night here, that I managed to get everything completely picked up and it's put away somewhere as best as it can. The only thing I'm kind of not super happy about is I left 2 of my posts for my hoist. I'm not sure if you can even see them sitting here in front of the door. I may end up putting those inside, but they take up a lot of room. I don't know if it matters enough to actually put them inside or not, but I stuffed everything away. It's in either a trailer, my cube van, my garage, or one of my sheds, or my storage unit. But I managed to get everything completely picked up and put away. So it took a little over 3 weeks. My shop is officially moved, and not a moment too soon, because these little snow flurries that are coming are supposed to get about 1 foot of snow. I think it's 8 inches, 8 to 12 inches today, overnight, and then on Friday we're supposed to get another like 3 to 5 or 3 to 8, something like that. So not a moment too soon. I got everything packed up, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, I got obviously a handful of cars still parked in the yard over here, but we can probably move them on to the driveway here if we wanted. I think I'm gonna wait until after the snow comes, and then I got my plow hooked up, so I'll plow all this out, and then we'll probably pull the cars out of the yard and put them in the driveway. But that's it. Kurt's Auto's officially moved to my home garage where I started 25 years ago, and really wish I would have replaced this garage before I got back here, but this is what we got to work with, and I'm either gonna rent a building or build a new one. Well, and so here it is the next morning. That's why I absolutely had to get done. We got about, I don't know, between probably about 5 inches, maybe 6 inches of snow so far, and it's only half done. It's supposed to snow till late tonight and then get really windy, but that's unfortunate. I really wish I didn't leave those sit outside. But other than that, and the lawnmowers, obviously, I have quite the collection. I need to reduce some of those this spring, but I got everything picked up out of the yard, so I finally have accomplished it. Now I have to try and go through all the stuff that I just kind of piled into the garage around my car. That all has to be gone through. The other side's filled with stuff too. But that's the goal for today on this snowy day, is to start organizing my mess, and hopefully a couple days of doing that, I'll have this place organized well enough to keep going on the Firebird. And I have the S10 in the other garage over here. We're gonna start working on it also. So I'm officially moved into my home garage.